Hello guys, welcome to kellydrill water page. So this is the video of how our field training went with the SAG students. On that very fateful day being 10th of July 2025, we kicked off with the program as scheduled, having all our 11 participants gathered from their various locations to our ongoing borehole project site that is situated at Transinkisi Estate, somewhere in Anambra State. When we arrived at the site, I asked each participant to introduce themselves for me to know their names and their disciplines before we move into our main business for the day. Now remember, my main goal for this training is to make sure that they all gain basic knowledge on practical hydrological processes, which will enhance their study for them to visualize different opportunities available for impact in community and African development. So first of all, I begin by explaining the different steps of how a successful borehole project can be achieved, then show them the drilling rig we are using for the training and how it is the best model for that project. Okay, this very drilling machine is a portable rig. It can be easily moved from one place to another using towing vans, and it functions very efficient for borehole that ranges from 70 to 120 meters. Yes, these boreholes can serve for both domestic and industrial purposes. I had to show them different drilling equipment and tools that are required for drilling, likewise making them to also understand the specific functions of these drilling machines. Now next thing was showing them different drilling chemicals, how and when to use them, and also why we have to use them for our drilling jobs in order not to have a failed project or collapsed project. Having seen that they've gotten familiar with some of this equipment, so I went further to show them different sand cuttings we got from our ongoing borehole project. These sand cuttings are well arranged in stages, serving as our formation sampling for each level we've gotten deep underground. At this point, I had to give each of them the opportunity to ask me questions on areas they needed clarification. I was so glad to hear them ask me several questions on different areas. Yes, I responded to their question, and I was happy that at the end of the day I was able to breach that curiosity in them. I must recommend these students so well for their show of high interest and openness to learning. Despite being a very stressful section for most of them on this event, which happens to be the first experience on hydrological activities, what most of them have knowledge on is the theoretical aspect of drilling. Yet they showed high level of enthusiasm. So the second location we chose was a client's compound who happens to be a major general in Nigeria, yet a very simple man with calm and friendly nature. Although he wasn't around at the moment, but we have to explore his compound to make sure we have a wonderful learning. So I took the students to come and see an existing functional borehole in his compound, and also for them to see casing pipes of different sizes and other materials required for casement of standard borehole water. So we all know that this is the rainy season and it affected some other things that we had in plan to do, but nothing went wrong though. I used the opportunity to give them ideas that can transform them on becoming a successful young geoscientist and how they can make some fortune from it. I made them understand that geoscientists are needed in our today's society at different sectors beyond drilling and regular mining areas that we all know. Anyway, at this point, everyone has already been exhausted, so the only thing we have to do now was to take pictures and then proceed to a place where we had our refreshments, and this is how we called it a day for this particular section. So do well also to follow our YouTube channel for more longer videos that will be posting there.